All right, you guys, Corey Butcher here with We Broke Garage. I've been asked quite a few times now to do one of these small videos here about how we pack our drag and drive trailer, or what do we know to take with us, and what don't we take with us on a drag and drive event or one of our long cruises. We even pull this trailer if we're just doing a one-day cruise. We'll go ahead and pull it just in case any of our hot rod friends on the cruise might need an extra tool or some fluids or anything like that we may be able to help out with. We really don't notice the trailer even being behind us on Amber's Blazer, so we just go ahead and pull it with us just in case anybody needs it. But we'll do a quick rundown. If you guys care to see the build of this small trailer, it literally started out as a 16 or an 18 foot long John boat trailer. I built this entire trailer for under $800, so it can be done, but I'll go ahead and link this video to the trailer build video. That way you kind of can see what all went into building this thing. And of course, we've made some upgrades to it. The more events that we go to, we'll kind of change things up a little bit and change it to suit our needs a little bit better. So come on in here with me. We'll dig down into this thing. We'll go over some of the stuff that we generally take with us and use on a, hopefully not a daily basis, but we can use on a daily basis. Here's just an overview of the trailer itself. Of course, up front, I've got some jack stands thrown in there right now, but that's where we put our square 5-gallon fuel jug. The nice thing is Amber's truck runs on 93 octane, so we can either use it for the truck or we can put it in the generator, either one. Here we have the race wheels and tires. Previously on the build video, those actually went where the generator was at, which we could still do. Moving forward, we'll have a second trailer to pull behind that truck, so Amber's race wheels will end up going on the luggage rack on the top side of the trailer. A good small generator, you definitely don't have to have one this big, but a good generator is always a plus for us. It helps charge up the camera batteries or the drill impact pack batteries, our phone chargers, anything like that. And you'll see another little thing that we take with us here that we'll run that off of also. So a good small generator is always great to have. Moving on here a little bit, of course, your basic power tools, 1/2-inch impact, 1/4-inch drill impact, a drill, a battery powered air inflator, and I always pack our battery powered ratchet, and then a nice magnetic shop light will definitely come in handy for that. So as you can see, the backside of the trailer is nothing special. It's just a flat lift up top. I've actually got a S10 prop rod that holds the top up. At one point in time in the first video of building this, we had a 12-volt linear actuator right here to where I could just hit the button and it would lift it up. However, when we were having some issues down in Florida, some stuff got thrown in here and that linear actuator got broken. So we kind of did away with that. It was kind of turning into too much of a pain anyways. So as far as inside the trailer goes, we've mounted just some cheap Harbor Freight wrenches to the side over here, and a screwdriver kit. Then on this side, only the best Temu 1/4-inch socket set, 3/8 socket set. The other surprise item that I told you about is we like to cook a lot of our own food at the tracks. It tends to save you a ton of money. Also, you just never know when you're going to be able to get somewhere to get food on one of these drag and drives events. So if we have catastrophic failure on the side of the road, I could be working on the truck and Amber can be cooking us something to eat. So we got this small little smokeless grill off of, I think it was either Temu or Amazon. Just plugs right into the generator. We can fire it up and she can cook us hot dogs or hamburgers or what have you. So that's a nice little benefit to have. Also, this is another Temu or Amazon find. Just some scissors and a couple knives and a little cutting board for cooking with. So digging down into the tools part, this bag right here is full of ratchet straps. You never know when you're going to need a ratchet strap of some sorts. We had an issue on 6 Smokies where we kind of overloaded this trailer just a little bit and the axle was starting to bend on it. So we got a couple ratchet straps out and ratchet strapped the axle up, and it ended up getting us through the second half of the trip just fine. So another thing that we like to carry with us is some pads, just simple knee pads that you can throw down on the ground. The older we get, the harder it is on the old knees if you're having to work up underneath the dash or anything like that. They don't take up too much room, and they're kind of multi-purpose. You can grab a hold of these and carry them up into the bleachers if you want to watch the racing for the day. So that kind of works out great too. Down here, you'll see I got a container full of hose clamps. We learned our lesson on sick week, never to leave the house without hose clamps. So we've got plenty of those, plus the electrical box down in there. And of course, you guys can see little air compressor that we can also plug into the generator. In this bag, we got a bunch of little Matchbox cars, Hot Wheels. We like to pass these out to the little kids that come around to see the cars. So we try to keep a bunch of those on hand. If anybody's looking to get rid of some, we don't care if they're new in the packages or not. If you would like to donate them to us, like I said, every little kid that comes around, we try to pass them out to all the little ones. They tend to enjoy that. One big thing on a safety aspect is we carry safety triangles with us. If you ever break down on the side of the road, it's always nice to have those. These were literally picked up at a yard sale for $5. So they're cheap, they're assurance. That way, if anything ever happens, you know, you're safe sitting on the side of the road. So we got an extension cord in there, and of course you can see the floor jack, or the jack stands. And I'll have to move over just a little bit so you can see the floor jack. Paper towels are always a must. We generally carry a little bit more than this, but this is what I have in here for right now. We got a can of brake cleaner, can of glass cleaner, because cleaning the windshield is definitely a plus whenever you're out cruising some of these back roads that you're not real familiar with. In this tote here, we got some fender covers and spare parts galore. We've got funnels, of course. We learned on sick week, don't ever leave without a funnel. Also, we've got extra valve springs in here, gloves, fuel rails, starters, all the sensors and relays, map sensors, relays that we may use. We've got some injector rails with injectors in them. We've got some emergency coils in case we ever need them, crank sensors, cam sensors, any small parts that you can easily change on the side of the road. We try to load those up and just throw them in this tote. It doesn't take up a tremendous amount of room and will really help you out in a pinch if you're stuck on the side of the road somewhere. Some of them aren't the best of quality. You know, they're cheap replacements, but they're stuff that will get us off the side of the road and get us to somewhere where we can actually get it fixed and get the correct parts put in it. We always keep ourselves stocked up with Hot Shot Secret. This is gear oil. I think I'm out of the oil and transmission fluid for right now. But we've got gear oil and some gasoline extreme there. Big shout out to Hot Shot Secret for continuing to be a marketing partner for We Broke Garage. They've been with us for about 9 years. So if you guys need any product to carry along with you, hit up Hot Shot Secret. We've got an LS oil filter just in case anything goes sideways and we got to change it on the side of the road. That's what we take care of there. This box, we've got more trash bags to take with us. We've got extra phone charger cords, there's some more brake cleaner in there, some gasket sealer we've got in here. Always carry an extra plug for the trailer. We've got a remote starter, we've got a test light, we've got a multimeter, drill batteries, any small tools that you don't think you can put in your toolboxes or anything like that, magnets, string. I tell you guys, when it comes to packing this trailer up and stuff that you don't think you're ever going to use, Amber is always on top of that part. She packs stuff. And I swear up and down that we'll never use it. And then it just ends up making me out to be a liar, because we always end up using the stuff that I tell her we're never going to end up using. So it's one of them things where if your wife says pack it, you should probably go ahead and put it in there, because at one point in time you're going to end up using it, or you're going to need it, and because you told her no, you're not going to have it. So always let that be a lesson. So when I built this trailer, I put this nice little shelf up in here to store some of these Harbor Freight little organizer boxes, so to speak. In these organizer boxes, random wire. We don't care what color it is, as long as it's wire and it carries some current. If we have to make a quick wiring repair, then we've got that there. We've got another trailer plug in there. We got a known good toggle switch just in case we need to use it for any reason. We got a couple more down in there. Some vacuum tees, always self-tappers. Self-tappers will be your best friend. So grab you a cheap box of self-tappers and take them along with you. We got vacuum ends in there, and of course a marker. Markers will help you out with anything from working on the vehicle or getting autographs from your favorite drivers. So that's one box there. This box here, we learned on sick week, we're going to take valve spring tools with us from now on. We ended up breaking a valve spring on the side of the road, and that didn't end up well. So we now carry extra valve springs and a valve spring tool. This box has our lug nuts, a little flame torch in it for electronic repairs. We've got all of our picks. We've got electrical tape, and then all of our sockets for the lug nuts. So nothing out of the ordinary there. And these things, like I said, they hold a lot of stuff, and it's pretty beneficial because they don't take up a whole lot of room in here, and they're fairly lightweight. Inside of this one, we really don't have a whole lot of stuff in there. We got a small rechargeable flashlight. We actually use this one quite a bit inside the vehicle. Some extra tie downs for the trailer just in case we need to add something on. And then some clips. Normally we hang up our shirts that we have for sale. We'll hang those up with all the clips there, and these clips here. You can see that we got blessed by Kyle Loftus at one point in time from 1320 Video. So these things are also pretty nice, guys. My wife found these, I think, on Temu. We've got 4 or 5 of them now, but they're magnetic base light, and they're honestly pretty bright. I mean, you guys can see how bright it is. I'm not really sure how I just turned it on, but oh, right there it goes. You can use these for inside the vehicle, like as a dome light. You can put it on the back of your trailer if you're broke down on the side of the road to use as a strobe. Or you can put it on high bright and use it up underneath the engine compartment. I think these things were like $3 or $4 a piece off of Temu. So that was definitely a good find. Moving on to our last, there's our jack handle. So it gets stored in up here. Moving on to our last bin here. This is another one that we've just got pop rivet gun, some pliers, some extra screwdrivers, some crescent wrenches, some dikes. We've got a spark plug socket down in here. So another flashlight that's rechargeable, USB rechargeable. Here's another thing that we started carrying with us, a roll 3M tape, just in case you might have any trim that's starting to come loose on a trip, or need some interior pieces held down and you don't have the correct screw. We just throw a little bit of that 3M tape behind it, and it gets us through the event until we can get home and fix it the correct way. Down underneath here, you'll notice we've got cheap Harbor Freight small floor jack stands, and then that thing has been an absolute savior. That is an extremely bright construction light that plugs in. So again, something else the generator can run. We can use it at night to light up our parking lot party. We can use it in the early mornings when it's still kind of dark out at the racetrack to work on the truck. Plenty of uses for it, and it lights up a big surface area. I'm not going to dig it out because it's really packed back in there, but you'll see that green case back in there, and then you'll see that really long red case. That green case is actually a tire repair kit. It has anything from plugs to patches, anything, valve stem cores, everything in it. Definitely something that's nice. Doesn't take up a lot of room. It's just a small little contained case. And in that big long red package is a lockout kit, just in case anybody out during the event needs a lockout system, because let's face it, a bunch of them are older cars. Sometimes keys will get displaced. Sometimes keys get locked inside, frantically trying to work on your vehicle at night. Go to get in it the next morning, realize you don't have your keys. So we like to carry that. Again, a lot of this stuff that we end up packing in ours is not only to help us, but we like to pack it because we know that we can help other people. If we've already got it, we might as well take it. There's been multiple times where other attendees have needed some help with, whether it's a cutoff wheel or drill bits or something like that they just simply forgot or didn't bring with them. It's nice to know that we have that here in our trailer, and we're able to help those guys and keep them back on the road. Another thing that we opt to take with us, which helped out tremendously back at Sick Week, and I'm sure a bunch of the Sick Weekers this week are looking forward to using one, is our small little buddy heater. This thing puts off tremendous heat and does not take up much space. And guys, that's really what we're looking for, is stuff that we can take along with us that doesn't take up a tremendous amount of space and is not adding a tremendous amount of weight to your trailer. In a nutshell, guys, this thing's literally, the box on this thing is literally 40 inch by 40 inch. That's all the bigger it is. It's 28 inches deep, 40 inch by 40 inch. And we could, aside from some parts, which the good thing is we have a really good working relationship with O'Reilly Auto Parts. We can generally get parts delivered to us anywhere that we're at. So that's not a big issue as far as, taking extra gasket kits and head bolts and stuff like that. But we can pretty much do any repair on the side of the road that we need to, just out of the back of this little trailer. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I mean, $800. I think fully loaded, this thing weighs right around 1,100 pounds. So it's not stressful on the Blazers at all. I kind of forgot too. If you're so inclined, we learned from Sick Week that, boy, that was a lot of walking around to do. So Amber jumped on the old Temu and scored us a couple scooters here. So those scooters have been a lifesaver for us at some of these drag and drive events. And like I said before, we would just mount them right here on top of the trailer, ratchet strap them down, and they were good to go. Now that we're going to be having two trailers, Amber went up hauling one of the scooters on her trailer with her race wheels and tires, and then I will be hauling my scooter either in the back of the truck or on top of the new trailer that we're going to be building. So we are looking forward to building this new trailer. We've got some really good ideas going through. Although we love the parking lot parties at the hotels during these, where you get to actually meet a bunch of new people, get to fraternize with people and whatnots. We're really looking forward to saving some of that money and doing these more on a budget than anything else. So this new trailer that we are designing right now is going to be kind of a hybrid between a drag and drive trailer and a square drop trailer. So I'm pretty interested and excited about getting that build started. Again, there's a lot of thought that goes into it to make it feasible for what you need. But always keep in mind, you don't need to bring everything. But however, this new trailer is going to end up saving us a ton of money on these drag and drive events. When you're figuring that you are spending anywhere from $100 to $200 a night staying in a hotel. You know, on a long drag and drive event, that's $1,400 easy that you're spending just in hotel time. So, and quite honestly, let's be honest, there's a lot of times you might not even make it to the hotel. There was a couple of times during sick week down in Florida that I'm glad we didn't have a hotel booked, because it would have just been lost money. So if you guys have any questions about building any of your drag and drive trailers, or anything else that you would like to see as far as what we pack, Amber's Blazer's not here right now. It's actually over at Gloss Boss Customs getting painted right now. But as far as the things that we pack inside of her Blazer to take with us, is we take fold up camping chairs. That's always a must for whenever you go to the tracks, sitting out having parking lot parties, anything like that. A couple folding chairs that don't take up a whole lot of space, throw those in your vehicle. A cooler, a small cooler, yes, you can stop and get you know, drinks in the morning when you stop and get fuel. It's always nice to take a case of water. If you're staying at the hotels, every hotel has free ice, so there's no reason you can't ice up your cooler first thing in the morning. Throw you half a dozen or a dozen bottles of water in there. That way you're staying hydrated throughout the day. Once you get wrapped up into these drag and drive events, it gets really hard to think about, hey, I need to stop and eat. Hey, I need to make sure I got more bottles of water in me. Some of them get pretty brutal out there when it's 90 or 95 degrees outside and you're driving around in hot rods that don't have air conditioning. So it's always nice to have at least a case of water somewhere in your vehicle that you can throw into your cooler and keep cold for you throughout the day. Other than that, we make sure we have phone chargers, any chargers for any of your media stuff, whether it be GoPro cameras or your laptop, an iPad if you're using an iPad. We do have a small 6-port USB charging station that plugs right into the cigarette lighter on her truck, so that we're able to charge all that stuff as we're driving down the road. Fire extinguisher. We learned extremely quick on sick week when we had a transmission line blow that we will 100% have a fire extinguisher in the truck. And actually there's supposed to be one in here, but we loaned it out to somebody. So fire extinguishers are always good to have. So if I'm forgetting anything, I apologize, but hopefully this is just a good rundown of what you should pack for a drag and drive event. We've been on 3 of these now, and yes, there's some stuff that we haven't used, and I hope to God we never do have to use, but if we ever do have to use it, then it's going to be with us and we can use it. And there's other things that we literally used on a daily basis there. So just at your own discretion. You know, this is kind of just a highlight of things that we would use for our setup. Now, our setup's not going to be like your setup, and your setup's not going to be like the next guy's setup. So everybody's going to pack a little bit different. Everybody's going to need more fuel jugs. If you're running on E85, you're going to have to set up to probably haul 3 or 4 fuel jugs with you at a time. With us, it's nice because Amber's truck gets 21 miles to the gallon. So, you know, once it starts hitting half a tank, we're starting to look for a fuel station just to keep it topped off, just in case we get into a situation where there's a long stretch of no fuel stations. So everybody's is going to be different, but hopefully this gives you a really good rundown of what's needed to go with you on one of these 5 or 7 day long drag and drive events. And again, like I said, if you haven't built a trailer and you're interested in building a trailer, go back down through our feed and I will link this video to the video of us building this exact drag and drive trailer, and you kind of watch what's going on through that. So hope this has been informative for you guys, and again, reach out if you have any other questions or anything that you think we may add to it that maybe I haven't thought about. Let us know down in the comments. Other than that, y'all have a great day, and hopefully we'll see you at the drag and drive event.